This meeting is being live streamed. Got it. It's very exciting. Done. Redirecting to YouTube. Oh, it's a little ahead or behind.
It usually is. There's usually a delay.
Okay, I'm going to have to mute it then because I don't want to. If anyone's watching the show, if you could chime in and let us know if you can hear us, that would be fantastic. Because I can hear myself delayed, so I don't want to. I needed like a second screen.
Yeah, I will say when you do these, you usually have to have. It works better if you have one on a different machine or monitor.
Yeah, as opposed to my tiny little laptop screen.
Chatters are reporting they can hear us, so we're good. There's about a 10-second delay.
Yes, correct. So Ben, I'm going to leave you in charge of watching the chat because
I have it up to watch it. If any of you are naughty, you're in trouble.
Normally we encourage that, but not tonight.
Not on YouTube, because Big Daddy Google will come get us.
Seriously. It'll be a smackdown, and not in a good way.
Don't quote more than 2 lines of lyrics in a chat. You'll bust us on copyright.
Warner Brothers will come after you.
We did just start Graphic Jack.
Yeah, we're just letting the room fill a little bit. Do we want to get started? It's 2 past. We can...
Oh, someone's saying hi from Mexico City. Good job, Raphael. Shh. I don't know if anybody's getting a spanky, but sorry, I'm like vocally responding to everybody in the chat.
That's fine.
So you're just going to have to deal with me.
So just so everyone is aware, we, since this is our very first live show, we are going to be minus the bells and whistles. So there won't be any fun sound effects or music, or we're going to try and do it all ourselves. You want to kick off? You want to go?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
MLVC.
Excuse me, but I'm singing in one key and you're singing in another.
Poor is the man whose pleasures depend on the permission of another.
Open the door now and suffocate. Just give me a fan.
I don't trust any man who hasn't kissed another man.
I'm waiting.
All right, people, it's time to get your dancing shoes on. You're listening to MLVC. It's all Madonna, all the time.
Welcome to the party, bitches.
Who's starting?
You are.
Oh, well, hey, everybody. This is Liberty.
Well, it's Ben.
And hey, everybody, it's Stefan. Welcome to a very special edition of MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone. Tonight, in case you haven't guessed, we are live on YouTube. Applause, applause, applause. It is the first time for us doing a live show on YouTube. We're going to be raw, unedited, heavily filtered. I put on that you can like make the filters very pretty, and I'm very MDNA skin appropriate if I don't say so myself. You kids are looking gorgeous. How are both of you tonight?
I'm okay. I've been wrapping up the school year this week with my students, and so I have been in full stress mode because I'm actually considering getting working at a different school, but that always comes with its own headaches. And I'm a hoarder, if I've not ever mentioned that before. And I have way too many things at school that I should throw away, but it's difficult. So
as long as it's not Madonna merch.
No, and
you can hoard that as much as you'd like.
Well, I could hoard that, but it's so much more fun to sell that. I don't know. That I don't have any issue with. I have some Madonna stuff, but I have not had to part with much of it. So that's good. But the school stuff, for whatever reason, that's really hard.
And Ben, how was your week? You were on a little staycation, right?
I have been on a staycation that ended up being a lot of work, but I finished a few poems. I met with my new editor. My next book is coming out next spring, and I'm still writing lots of really gay poems to put in it.
And this is the most clothed you've been all week, correct?
No. I did go to lunch at a fancy restaurant today, and I did have more clothes on.
You had pants on as opposed to tonight.
I do not have pants on right now.
There you go, YouTube.
YouTube ain't gonna catch that.
It's PG from the waist up.
Why do you think she's got her finger in her mouth behind?
Yes, you've got Madonna looking over your shoulder. She's with us tonight, and over Liberty's shoulder as well.
Hello, mommy.
She's just not over my shoulder. I don't know.
Oh God, I'm full of Will and Grace references tonight. Well, and hello, mommy. Oh my God, help me.
Honey, what is this? What's happening? What's going on here? Take it off. Raphael, that is not, that's for OnlyFans.
Yeah, we'll start that next year.
MLVC OnlyFans.
MLVC will have its own OnlyFans next year when we're.
What did she say that time when someone said that? She goes, "Not tonight, mother."
Yes, try and keep the curse words.
Oh yeah,
right?
we got to believe ourselves.
Are we allowed
tonight.
to curse on YouTube? I don't know what the rules are with YouTube.
I think you can get away with cursing. Yeah,
it just seems like it's very puritanical here on YouTube. We have so much room to be debaucherous and vulgar over on Podbean, but
yeah, it won't make us popular.
Unintended.
That won't make us popular, though. Now will it?
Ooh.
It won't. It won't.
Ooh. Just remember, everybody, you can find us on Instagram at MLVC Podcast. If you're watching this broadcast right now, you found us on our YouTube channel. So congratulations. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, tick that button. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video. If you like our show and you want to see us continue this show, please feel free to give us a little donation on Venmo. We're at MLVC Podcast. What do you say, kids? Shall we dive in?
You know she'll take Benjamin. You know she'll take you there. You and I, we're having words later. You and I.
They
and
cut
you're gonna
like a knife.
I knew you were going to go there. They
come into my life, Liberty.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your words.
Siri just told me on my watch, trousers. She thought I was searching for trousers. So when I said pants, I said, you're going to have to put some pants on if we fight.
Why?
Because the only man
I don't want you
Liberty
bringing
fights
extra.
with, the only man Liberty fights with who doesn't wear trousers is her husband.
I was going to say, I just don't want it to be an unfair fight because you have tools that I haven't got.
Yeah, but you've got nails. Nails and those tools do not match.
This is true.
Not good. All right, well, don't just stand there, everybody. Let's get to it. It's time for a little This Week in Ciccone.
See, I get what I want.
Well, let's just say we have finally received the collaboration that we here at MLVC has all known has been coming for quite some time. Popular, the very first song off the soundtrack for The Idol, a TV show premiering soon on the network, formerly known as HBO Max, has arrived. The Weeknd is joined by none other than Madonna and someone called Playboi Carti, who I had no idea who it was, but I actually enjoyed on the song. The song is a veritable feast for the ears. I did a very late night YouTube reaction video. If you've not watched it already, after this, please go give me a stream. I enjoy the streams. Let me know what you thought of the song. But let's just jump right in, kids. What do you think of Popular? What's your take, Liberty?
Oh, me first. Well, okay. So my sort of reputation is the first listen is, sort of, I get like a little bit, I think I always set my expectations really, really high. And so first listens for me are always kind of like, that's it.
Really? Okay. So no. Hold on first. Sorry, I'm going to be interrupting you a lot on this. Okay. So when you go to listen to a song, your first inclination is it's going to be amazing. And then you hate it?
Hate isn't the word. It's just, I think I expect to be wowed and
you weren't wowed.
I'm only mildly wowed because listen, okay, a couple things. One, two amazing artists, The Weeknd. I knew Playboi Carti already. It's not really my thing, but I used to go to the gym a lot. It doesn't look like it, but I used to go to the gym a lot and I always listened to Rap Caviar on Spotify. Okay. Because for whatever reason, for me, that was really good gym music. But I knew Playboi Carti since like 2017 or so. Mm-hmm. And
so he's not new. Playboi Carti's been around the block.
Mm-hmm. Just like The Weeknd has been around for a while. It sounds very Weekendy. I love that.
Yep.
I love her part. I just felt like there was some withholding, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, that was very disappointing to hear from you, Liberty. I gotta say, I'm really sad to hear.
And I know that everybody, I mean, the reaction has been very positive. I'm very excited for that part. And that usually helps my hype. I hated music when I first heard it.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah. We haven't done a bashing Liberty episode on that yet. All right. Next, Benjamin, what did you think of Popular?
Hold on.
I was like, what? The blur from your screen. I could not see that you were actually pouring a drink.
Hold on.
Benjamin, I'm narrating for everyone who will be listening to this as audio. Benjamin is now drinking his lemon drop.
It's okay. That's my reaction.
Wow.
It's cute. Hear me out. It's
Okay,
cute.
go ahead.
I see a lot of people saying it's very Pharrell. It's very hard candy.
Mhm.
It is very Pharrell, and it should have been a B-side on Justified back in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Production-wise, it's great. She sounds great. The lyrics are sure, okay. It fits with the TV show, which I may or may not watch. But I just thought it was boring.
Wow.
I was bored.
We're not
Okay, well, so
anymore,
for
Ben.
everyone else listening to this broadcast right now, Stefan was a huge fan of the song. These two cronies that somehow are impersonating Ben and Liberty, my usual co-hosts, I don't know what's going on. It's like Mask or V. They're aliens inhabiting their bodies. Shame on them. I won't. It's okay. I can't believe I have to now do an entire episode with two people who don't like the song, but here we are.
She sounds great.
She does. Like I said in the reaction video, I loved it.
Hold up. Raphael just posted, it's a soundtrack song, not a single. And that is probably the wisest assessment I have seen yet.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
that does temper everyone's expectation.
Well, they released the song. To me, that's a single. I mean, it's good as
that
a single
gets.
from the soundtrack album. You know, well,
Yeah.
Are we not calling "Who's That Girl" a single because that was off a soundtrack album? Are we not calling?
Yeah, but that was a good song.
Single is a hard word to use nowadays because things are not distributed in the same way that they used to be. So yeah, maybe it could be like a qualifier as a single. It can enter Billboard and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a single, but it doesn't it doesn't give me big single energy. It gives me B-side energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when I heard it, the first time I heard it, I was ecstatic because it was like the return of M. Dalla. I'm like, here we are. Like, 20th and 15th anniversary of which I'm trying
15th of Hard Candy.
15th anniversary of Hard Candy. And I was listening to it and I was transported back in time. I thought this is very across the sky, which is a good thing. I thought it was perfect. Somebody had mentioned to me, this has been like, can we get The Weeknd to reproduce Madonna's Hard Candy album? Because I've always saying, like, if we reproduced that album and sort of stripped it a little bit of like the Timbaland, Justin Timberpuke sound, that maybe it would be amazing. And I think that this is that answer. I thought Madonna sounded amazing. Her grills are not present. She's not singing with her grills in that song. She sounds crystal clear. Her voice sounds beautiful. I love that she gets the curse word in the song. I thought her and The Weeknd sound amazing together.
Their harmony is good. I'll give you
Yes,
that.
I
It's
agree.
so good.
Okay, just so I'm keeping the two of you up, everybody's arguing about what's a soundtrack song versus a single in the chat.
Okay, well, what are they?
Come on,
what
kids, get along.
I mean,
Dad doesn't like this.
I mean, well, they could argue. It's fine. I
was Dad because I'm the oldest.
It's a first song off of the soundtrack album. So to me, that's a single. It doesn't have to be. So that means that no songs that come off a soundtrack are a single. It's only a studio album that's a single. I don't agree with that.
I don't know. I think of it as a new song. So I probably will not, I don't know. I probably will not watch this show. I don't know anything about it. I also didn't know that HBO is not going to be HBO anymore.
It's just Max now. It's just Max.
Yes,
I'm
but
sorry.
this is an HBO
That's why I got that
show.
email this week.
Oh, it is.
It will air on Sunday nights in Succession's old time slot. So it technically is an HBO show.
Gotcha.
And we got to remember that Madonna has a long-standing relationship with a lot of the people at HBO from her days at Warner, even though, I mean, Warner Discovery is not really anything like the Time Warner Brother Records of her day, but some of the same people are still there. So...
Well, and they aired a lot of her tours as well.
They did. Max needs to get the rights to all the tours and just keep them on the app.
Yeah,
that would up subscribership.
I agree.
I'm convinced.
Okay, so
anyway,
back to the song that we all, the both of you don't like. Tell me.
I didn't say I don't like it.
Tell me why you don't like the song. What about it? What about it didn't do it for you?
All right, I'll go first on this one on some of the technical merits. It never breaks open. It's monochromatic. There's very little modulation in melody. Music, production, it pretty much is straight through.
Well, there's
all the
no
way.
bridge, right? Liberty, it's what are they missing? It's that one part.
Playboi Carti plays the bridge, essentially.
Yes, okay, right.
Which is interesting. I like what he's doing in the song, but like I kept wanting it to. What?
I don't know.
I don't know that you're supposed to.
Okay, maybe not. But to me, it sounds like you're on top of me, and so I just think like my mind then goes to like, oh, okay, sex. I don't know why, but I don't. And the song isn't really about that. I guess maybe it is about the paparazzi chase, right? So something about this, but also she's sort of, or the girl he's singing about is like bringing that on herself for some
backstory. Like apparently if I remember the synopsis of the TV show, like Weeknd is playing like this sort of like, it's basically A Star is Born as a TV series in the current day. Like, let's just keep it real. He's like the Svengali and she's like wants to be popular. Like that's sort of the like energy of the song and the energy of the series. So yeah, it is kind of telling a story that's involved in the plot of the show.
Okay.
Liberty, what didn't agree with you on the song?
It's felt like something I could do.
Okay.
And I don't mean that in like a self-deprecating way. I actually mean it the opposite because I think that knowing what, let's say, The Weeknd is capable of and what Madonna is capable of, I found that it felt kind of phoned in. It felt a little... He mentioned in an interview that he already had this song. Like he just decided that this was where, that Madonna could, I guess he had a chance maybe meeting with her and was like, oh, I got this track. What about this one? Or he thought that it would work just for her because of who she is and what her life has been like. And
right.
It would work thematically. So I like that part, but I just felt, you and I could make a song like that. It's not to say, like I said, that it's,
trust me, Ahmad, I'm looking at Ahmad. He in the chat, he's saying I am shooketh at these takes. And I was coming into this live. I got to say, I came into this live overjoyed that we were getting to talk about the song, and my energy level has,
I'm so sorry,
just
Stefan.
plummeted. You have both taken me out of the joy. I even was just like, okay, well, I guess we should just end the live now since nobody wants to talk about this song.
This should be
I had spent all day working like a dog, and I was so excited that we were going to get together tonight to talk about this song. And I thought we were all going to be like, oh, isn't it amazing? Madonna's back. We finally, after all this time of talking about how much we're waiting for her to release some music. And now we finally have the music, and the two of you are just sitting there saying,
this is not,
I'm not even excited about this.
It's not all about us. Hold up. So in the chat, I asked everybody on a 1 to 10 rank popular. So we've got 6, 7, 8, some 6s, 10s, 8.5, 6, 7.
Well, the people in the chat are also causing fights. So
No, Stefan,
they've
this is
moved on
very,
from their
this is a
fight.
very volatile live. I apologize to everyone watching and listening right now.
Stefan, you're so like, you've been so Madonna dry for a while. And for you, this is highlight.
This was Christmas.
And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't mean that I don't
You're not stealing my joy, because after I get off this disappointing live episode, I'm going to go listen to the song and escape into a happy place all over again.
And that's perfect. That's
I don't
totally
hate
fine.
it. I would give it a 6
Yeah.
out of 10.
Yes. But to me, this is not what I have been waiting for. When I think of Madonna music, I think of an entire Madonna album.
We don't go to a restaurant and just think the shrimp scampi is the only thing that we're going to be able to get. We're like, you know what? The main course is coming. So this is just an appetizer for what is coming down the road.
There's so much teasing from her camp, from other people. I just freaking want it already. I hate that, like, gonna be a new song every single day. Well, either you freaking serve or you just put it out, because I don't like, either you bring to the table the things that you're telling me you're gonna bring, or you just don't do that, because as a very gullible person, I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be so great. It's going to be so great. And you feel like it is. And I feel like it's, meh. Is it going to be in a rotation? Sure. Is it going to be like heavy rotation? Not sure.
All right. And yes, I can see someone in the chat says, and they said we were fighting. Well, you all started it. Everyone in the chat, this is your fault.
No,
it is not.
And Ben, you're edging them on. So stop it.
I am not.
Stop it right now.
Everyone
stop stealing our joy.
Back to some sort of positive.
Everyone's stealing joy tonight. This is terrible.
Joy.
I'm very upset now.
Okay.
Well, everyone, that's our show.
No,
thanks for joining tonight.
Hold up. Ahmad asked a really good question, because in another interview beyond the one that Liberty mentioned, The Weeknd did say you would hear more Madonna on the show. Do we think that's old music, or is there more new music? Oh, and Vanessa just said her non-Madonna friend liked the song.
Of course, it's not really a Madonna song. I said what I said.
Well, everyone, that's our show for tonight.
I'm getting kicked off the podcast.
So the one thing did we talk about the fact that, oh yeah, we did. We talked about the Zane Lowe thing. Well, but I guess neither of you are excited at the prospect of Madonna working with The Weeknd.
If I could come through the screen right now, like this, you gotta listen, dial it, hold a little bit back, because I think that actually, I don't know anything special. I don't get any special news or details or anything like that. I think that there's given what Ahmad just asked, or based on what The Weeknd said, I think that there's going to be something a lot different coming from Madonna in the next few months. Not the traditional, like, I release an album, then I go on tour. Instead, we get a little bit of a flavor here, a little bit of a flavor next week with 2 different artists, not just Sam Smith, but also her parts on the Christine and the Queen's music. So one thing that, I'm looking forward to, because I always look forward to Madonna's stuff, even if at some point
until you hear it
a little like, meh, yes, it's good. But I always want more, to quote Madonna. I want more. And I think that she's going to do something really different. I think that there's maybe going to be some new stuff that we end up seeing like sprinkled into the celebration show, but that also the way that she releases because I know she's making an album. I mean, I'm pretty positive that that's happening based on the stuff with Max Martin and some of the other like things that the way that I'm sort of reading between the lines on sites like Drown Madonna. There's some indication that they made that they think that that Weeknd may have produced a good chunk of a new album for Madonna, because the way that they worded what they posted, it sounded like he's sort of behind a whole ship. And that Zane Lowe, what he wrote about, that he's always wanted to work with her, that it's sort of a dream come true for him. I don't know who doesn't want to work with her, but I think that he also sort of, if you kind of between the lines, what he said also, I think that there's something more that he's done for her. So if this was like to sort of gauge audience reaction before a big project comes out, I think that it's really doing well because the reception has been quite positive. You like it very, very well. Everybody that I have read seems to like it very, very well. I didn't spend a whole lot of time today on social media, so I don't know, but anything that you guys have read that you've seen positive reactions from fans and non-fans alike?
Oh, it's getting great reviews on, the Twitterverse of fandom. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And to Stefan's point, I actually would be super fascinated by a Weeknd produced Madonna album, because I think her ear would go back to his original stuff from like 2009, 2010, 2011, when he was doing those download he just was like putting those EPs on the internet and you could download them. And those were what was it, House of Something and 1,000 Balloons or whatever they were. I've got them somewhere like 2 laptops ago. Really interesting work that kind of is in the same vein of stuff that she did on the second half of Bedtime Stories. And I could see where if they were doing that kind of songwriting, like you literally could imagine her and The Weeknd sitting down, like her and Babyface, and cranking out like something in the vein of like Forbidden Love or Sanctuary. Like it would be that kind of work. Nice. I don't think it would be his sort of, I've decided to become a pop star and I can't feel my face. I don't think that's the kind of music. I mean, this was for a soundtrack and for a show. And it was like, oh, she's like the most famous person ever on earth in the last however many years. Like it makes sense for her to be on this song. I get it thematically, but I do think that in an actual studio project, I think that's the direction they would go in. So like those of us out there who are the Bedtime Story stands who are, love to go into that sonic pocket with her, I think that's where he would go. And I think it would be super interesting. I don't think it would be the sort of Michael Jackson inspired up-tempo stuff that he's done since then. I think it would go dark and grimy, and she would want to explore that universe. What was the song where the video, I can hear it, but I can't remember the name of it. Somebody put this in the chat where it like starts out in the car wreck in like the Hollywood Hills.
I Can't Feel My Face.
No. That's up tempo. This was like a slow song that came out around the same time.
Hills Have Eyes or something.
It was. Do you think Madonna still has anything in the caliber of Bedtime Stories left in her? Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Any
absolutely.
artist that like. But I can tell you as a poet who's almost 50, like the stuff you wrote in the past, you're never going to write again, but you can get back into that psychological place, but it's not going to be the same because you've had a bunch of additional experiences. And think about everything that she's experienced. If she really got with somebody, remember her complaints to Guy Oseary in that infamous Instagram post about how she created Ray of Light versus how she's created in the future. If she actually said, we're just going to go off to Toronto and make this album, see you in 6 months, like I think she could create like a body of work like that again. And I actually think he would be somebody really good for her to do that with.
Yeah.
So I'm all for that relationship forming and going somewhere, even if I'm like lukewarm on this particular song. So
I'm also longing for a little bit more artistically, word, lyric, all of that. There's a lot of basic in music today. Like, and I don't mean that in the sense of other people have done it, but it isn't an elevated words that make you think, words that give you pause. There are parts of what she sings here in the song. For example, you're not going to take my soul without a fight. But even my 15-year-old son was like, did the F word have to be there? Like, not to say that she had a reason for it, but if a 15, of course he's not as, into that style of music, but, and somebody who listens to Rammstein, that should tell you something. He's, not like a prude or anything, but if a 15-year-old feels like maybe it's not well intended, that maybe there should be more lyrically. I don't know. That's really, I can see in Stefan's face. This is like all together.
Well, sorry, everyone. I've just like tuned out. I started on such a high, and I am now just like ready
Stefan,
to go to bed.
So let's flip the script. Stefan, you used a lot.
Sorry, you've thrown me into a funk, both of you. Like
amazing.
Literally have thrown me into. I don't even know how to recover from this.
What is it? What is it that you love so much? Maybe you can change our minds.
I don't have the energy to do that right now. You've sucked my joy away. Sorry. If you'd like to know what I like about the song, you can go to my YouTube reaction video.
You said amazing a lot. That's what I want to know. I loved the beat. What is it about?
I thought her voice sounded so sweet and pure and innocent. I loved how it matched with The Weeknd. Thought the two of them sounded really good. I thought it was just good to hear her again singing on a catchy song. I thought the song was super catchy. Mm-hmm. Even when I wasn't listening to it, I still kept singing popular. Like it kept coming back to me. And so I'd have to keep listening to it throughout the day. I loved her part. And I think it harkened me back to the Hard Candy era. And I think because we had listened to Hard Candy. Yes, thank you. I do need a hug. Thank you. We were talking about Hard Candy, and I was super in Hard Candy mode over the last couple of months. And this just reminded me of it. It was really resonating. It was just to me, I thought it's very radio friendly.
Yes.
I thought, everyone has been complaining about Madonna not having a radio friendly hit. And here we are. Everyone's complaining about working with these. Who are we with in these Frozen remixes? I'm so sick of these Frozen remixes. Well, now she's working with The Weeknd. If you have a problem with her working with The Weeknd, then get off the show, because that's absolute utter lunacy. So
can I say something?
I don't know what you're waiting for with Madonna and what you're looking to get out of Madonna. But if you're not liking her with The Weeknd, there's an issue.
Okay, I'll say something even more controversial. This song,
God, please don't.
It's better than Kylie's new song.
Okay.
Are we going to fight?
For the gays that had to endure that blasphemous, trust me, this will be Liberty's last show.
I'm so
everyone
sorry.
Can say their farewells to Liberty tonight. She will not be coming back on the podcast. I'm taking her off. The fact that she's slamming.
Ben is dying.
Slamming Padam. Come on. That is a hit. If you were a gay man, you wouldn't have said that. Mm-hmm. That's a homophobic remark, Liberty.
Oh,
that is terrible.
You must be really mad at me. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Awful.
We're cool.
Anyway, well, everyone.
I'm about to lose it.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to our very first YouTube Live. It's been a smashing success.
Oh my gosh.
It has. We've had a lot of people attend, and it's been very active and interactive. The chat is I
hope that this doesn't save, because this is a train wreck.
It does save. The chat will be there on the video.
I'm deleting it. I don't want record of this car crash.
I can't read the chat, so I have no idea what's being said, but
they're cursing at us.
The chat is very is very active.
It's very
they're laughing at our arguments.
Oh my
and they're
gosh.
inciting them as well. So
Is there going to be a petition to remove Liberty from the show?
No.
they've already started that. That was at the beginning.
Oh, heavens. Everybody
was at the
calm down.
It's fine. I need a new job. You know what's exciting though? This sort of helped. Like I have a student who is obsessed with The Weeknd. So him and I have been like back and forth all week, like excited and kind of pumping each other up. Maybe that also was not so good for me because I've been like, oh my God, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Oh my God. And he was like, yeah, it's going to be so good. And I know you love Madonna and I love The Weeknd. And it's gonna be so good. And we're so like, I'm sure he loves it because The Weeknd is.
Because it's good?
Yes, it's great. It's amazing. I love it.
All right. Well, I guess that's our live for tonight, everyone.
You've said that
I guess
about
we're out,
45
kids.
times.
Yeah, sorry for this anticlimactic live of Madonna hate from two people.
There was
traitors.
Madonna hate.
Traitors.
Oh my Lord.
Absolute traitors.
I learned from her.
Listen, the chat comments are saying they love all of us and nobody died. It was a lively discussion. Madonna would actually approve of this. Actually, she would probably be the one in a secret alias in the chat. Wait, is she here?
Is she there?
Which one of you is Madonna? Admit it now.
Yourself. It's actually Ahmad.
Wait, I wish I had that RuPaul echo. Reveal yourself. Oh, well, no one's taking the bait, so she's not here. Okay. She's at rehearsal.
Well, she wouldn't, right?
Wait, no, it's Friday night. She's not at rehearsal. Anyway. Oh, Ahmad says that I am secretly Madonna.
I knew it. I knew it all along. Well, so expectations for future, like Madonna, the new things that are coming next week?
Do you have any?
Yes, I'm going to tamper my
shocked
expectations.
that you actually have expectations about what's coming next week.
God, you are just the meanest person to me right now. I didn't ever at no time did I like make fun of your liking it or your loving it. As a matter of fact, I never said that was a bad thing. But you hate my like sort of lackluster review.
Yeah.
I don't like being in between the two of you.
I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in both of you tonight, I gotta say. Very sad. It's a sad this is a sad moment. I'm gonna go listen to Skin. And
you're being such a second half Gemini.
Yes. It's been a long week.
like you're in that like
I'm in the mood where I just have to go away.
Yes,
and
you have to go have Gemini quiet time.
I'm gonna go have some chocolate chip cookies and listen to Popular and return to a world where there is goodness and light and wonderment.
It's going to do so well on TikTok as well, I think. Hopefully it takes over that other song that's popular. That one I don't like that one.
All right, kids. I'm going to somehow end this. I don't know how we ended. Do we just...
I don't know.
Well, you just have to go up to the YouTube drop down and stop the broadcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye.